So I'm going to open a file, CCNA class. Okay, before that, last time we did check that, sorry, I didn't share my screen. Let me share. Okay, please confirm if you can see my screen and if you can hear me properly. Okay, so you can see my screen, you can hear me properly. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. So last time we did study the definition of a network. So we did see that a network is a collection of items. So first thing first, we have a collection. Definition. A collection of, it can be roads, humans, PCs. They are interconnected. So a collection, interconnected, and we communicate. So we can have a network of human beings. Like I know you, you too, you know someone else. If I need help, you say, okay, let me check my connections or in my network. We also have a network of roads. All the roads, the highways, they're all connected, and we allow cars to flow, so we communicate. We have a telephony network. And we did check also that we have 3 parts, 3 elements in a network. We have end devices like PCs, printers. We have intermediary devices, intermediary devices like routers, switches. Then we have the cables, the straight cable. So the cables, we have copper, fiber, and we have wireless. Someone want to join? Who is that? So these things, you should know them. It's very, very, very important for you to know them. So you can copy my screen if you want to. If you want to copy my screen for yourself to study later, it's fine. So these are the stuff. So what is a network? A collection of items. They are interconnected and we can communicate. Like this one, you see, we have items, a collection of items and devices, intermediary devices. We are interconnected. You see, we are all connected via cables. And we can communicate. PC can communicate with another PC somewhere. Okay, after that, what do we find in a network? What are the three elements? We have end devices like PCs, printers, like here. Let me copy this and put it outside. End devices in yellow, where the employees or a person can touch. PCs, printers, servers. After that, we have intermediary devices like switching, routers, and we have the cables. Now, in the copper cable, we have straight cable, straight. How do you write straight? Straight cross over cable, and we have a rollover cable or console cable. So if you use a physical network cable, so we have fibers. It's mostly for service providers, so we cannot. For us, we don't touch them. We can have wireless, or we can have a physical network cable that we use. So for there, if you use that network cable, anytime you have questions, please unmute yourself, tell us your name, and ask your question. So that's very important. This is the basics of IT and networking. So I will send this one in the WhatsApp group. I want you to design and you send to me later, not now. So what are we going to do? You have a PC that is connected to a switch, and you are happy, you have access to internet. But what is inside the switch? It's what we need to do now, to configure. So I'm going to show you an example of a switch, Cisco switch. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to see a picture. Who is Shadrach Moses? Who is Shadrach Moses? Sorry?
Dominique, and this my friend left of my phone is going to flash the phone well.
Okay. One second, I'm coming. Yes, question. If you have questions, you can ask him. Okay, we continue. So example of Cisco switches. Okay. Okay. So this is an example here. Oh, Okay, so this is an example of a switch. So next time, I'm still saving money to buy our equipment. So that's why I say, please pay your fees, pay your fees. I save it so that I can buy equipment and we can do the physical stuff. So this is an example of Cisco switch. We can have 48 ports, or we can have 24 ports or something. So each port is connected to a PC. So like here, for example, you have a switch here. You have a switch here, and this is a PC. So if you take your network cable, you connect to one port on this switch. If you have a laptop, you take your network cable, you connect your laptop to your switch, one port on this switch. You can take a server, you take a network cable, and you connect to this switch. So when you see a switch like that, each port is connected to a PC, to a device. So all these ports, we connect to PCs, and these two here, we connect them to another switch or a router. So let's say, for example, here, I have another switch. And if I need to connect these two switches, if I need to connect these two switches, you see, or a switch to a router, then I use these ports that are on the right side. Sometimes you can see something down here, it's for the fiber and the fiber port. Fiber port, fiber cable. So you see, when you have your fiber cable, you need to plug in one of these things. We call them SFP. And this device here, you plug it in one of these ports down here. So you must check the shape. Everything you do with networking, you must check the shapes. So on one of these guys here, you buy this one, you put in. So you have your normal cable, your normal fiber cable. This is your normal fiber cable. You connect it to that device. Your normal fiber cable. You put it in that device, and the device, you plug it inside here. So we'll do that a bit later at Scalabrini. So next meeting at Scalabrini, it's Friday the 26th. Friday, 26th of July. I'm going to notify you later again, where we can meet again at Scalabrini. If you are very busy, all the meeting rooms are always taken, always busy. So we need to force Scalabrini to allow us to get something. Okay, we continue. So now we know when we have our networks, we have the end devices. For those who connected late, please connect on time, please. We did check the definition of a network. We did check the 3 elements in a network. And when it comes to cabling, we have the copper, and in that, or the fiber or wireless, and in the copper, the normal network cable. We have 3 types: straight through cable, crossover cable, and console cable. And To communicate, to link them, we use straight cable if you want to connect these devices. Use crossover cable when you want to connect a switch to a switch or what. So this one, it's very important for you to know. Then the third one is a console cable or rollover cable. We have a chapter for that. If I tap here, console cable. Yeah, a console cable is something like that. You can buy anywhere. This is an example of console cable. Or you can also get this one. So this one, you use them, you connect to your PC to your router or your switch if you want to do some basic configs before you go put them in the server room. So we have three types of network cables. Console cable, then we have straight through cable and crossover cable. How to identify them? If you take the straight cable and you compare the two connections, we have the same order in color. If here is white, blue, white, here's also white, blue, white, and that's why we say straight. It's the same order of colors. Crossover cable, it's opposite. It's the opposite. If here it starts with black, yellow, here it starts with yellow, black. It's the opposite. No, sorry. So the opposite is the rollover cable. The opposite is the rollover cable. It's the same order. It's a if it's the opposite, is it not the same? Then it's a crossover cable. Now, what do we need to do in when you have here a switch? What is inside? It's our job as network engineers to do that. So today we're going to do some basic configuration of this device. We do first in packet tracer, and when we are used to know packet tracer, then we can use a device like that to do. As I said, please, I use your inscription fees to save and buy. If you don't pay, you're delaying ourselves. So please help us so that all of us, Scalabrini is already paying 8,000 for you. Okay, so today we're going to study here what is inside. So we open your packet tracer, and if you click on it, you'll see something like that. You press enter until you see. Okay, I'm going to remove all of this. I'm going to remove all of this first. Then I'm going to add a new switch. So when you open it, device still booting, okay. If it does that, it means it's loading the Windows 10. It's loading the operating system. Also, if you want to copy my screen, please copy the screen. And also, Windows 10 for a PC is iOS for a switch or a router. It's the operating system. Operating. The system that will allow people to operating system. It's the system that will allow to manage your PC or your router. So for a router or a switch, we call it iOS, Internet-Work Operating System. So it's that program that allows us to see all these things here. So when you press enter, Let's think first. I'm going to teach you some stuff before we go in. So we have three modes. It's like when you drive a car, you have some gears, gear levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. Last time we did check that the first one, it's allowed to view only few things. We cannot do much with. So when you're here, this is the sign to identify it, the user mode. We cannot do much. We need to go to another level, tap enable. When you tap enable, you press enter, enter. You see now the sign has changed. This one is the privilege mode, where you can view more stuff. Now, if you want to configure the switch, you tap configure terminal and you press enter, enter. Now you are in the config mode. It's where you can change stuff, add stuff, always. Question, Shadrach Moses. So if you have questions, just unmute yourself. You tell us your name and you're in.
I'm from you.
We cannot hear you, huh? You look very far.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could unfortunately, I don't know if that's what.
Oh, no. We cannot hear you. Please tap your message in the chat so that maybe we can, because we cannot hear you at all. Else you can put your question in the, put your question in the WhatsApp group and so that I can read and help because we cannot hear you properly.
No, I was asking about the teaching. You were going a little bit too fast. I wanted if you can slow down a little bit. So that much how you
Hey, I cannot hear you. Sorry. I even don't know what you're talking about. Okay, tap your question and we can help you a bit later. Let us continue for now. So in the meantime, you can tap your question in the WhatsApp group. Where are we? We are here. So these three modes, you should know them. We did it last time. So today it's only quick revisions. So now, what can we configure inside? Today we're going to configure the device name. To configure the device name, when you're in here, you tap host name. If you don't know what to type, you use the question mark. If you tap question mark and enter, it will list you what you can type, a command that you can type. And here we can see host name. Set system network name. So this command, this is the description. And we're going to use that. If you tap a command that is not listed here, the system will block you. So you see here, for example, there is no, let's say, France. There is no a word called France here. So if what you want to tap is not listed, it will block you. So check here. If I tap France and I press enter, sometimes it blocks, sometimes it will tell you there is something wrong here. You see that arrow? Invalid input. It means there is something wrong here. Either this one is wrong or there is something. So the system is showing you, check here, something is wrong. So you must choose a word that is a command that is here. So we tap host name, and we tap, for example, CCNA class. And you press enter, enter. Now you can see that the name has been changed. So this is how in a company we change names of devices. So we use host name. I think I want to show you. I think I did show you an example in the WhatsApp group, but it's not here. Okay, anyway. So this comment, if you check the picture in the WhatsApp I sent to you, you will see that there. Else, let me open let me open here. CCNA2 node, CCNA1. No, applied. Yeah, so this is an example here. Please study them because we have a lot of things to do. For now, I go slowly. Conf and host name. And when you type your name, it will change. Another comment that we can use now, if you want to configure, there is something called a banner message. For example, if you want someone to view a message before they log on your switch, you can type banner, MOTD, message of the day. You start with a star. Be careful. I'm watching you. So it's only a message that will display when you power on your device. That's all. I'm watching you. You see. Then you can tap exit to finish. Now, when you do a config, you need to save. How do you save? We have two ways. If you're in the global config mode, you type do copy run a configuration, okay. Run start. Okay. You type do copy run start. What does it mean? Copy is save the running configuration, what I'm seeing now here, save it in a file when you start so that it's saved. So when you do a config, if you're in the global mode, to save, you tap do copy run start, you press enter, enter. Now you can exit to go back. I was in the global config mode. Now if I say exit, I go back to privilege mode. If I want to go back to the user mode, I tap exit again, press enter, enter. So you see, before you start, it will display. Sorry, I made a mistake. Be careful. It will display your message and before you start. So that one, we call it message of the day. The banner message. So a banner message is important to warn unauthorized people from attempting to access the device. We know how to configure device name, how to put a banner. We also know how to save our configurations. So if you want to save also, if you're here, enable. If you're in the privilege mode and you want to save, you tap directly, copy, run, start. Press enter, enter. So if you're in the privilege mode, to save, you tap directly, copy, run, start. But if you're in the global config mode, you tap do first, do, copy, run, start. This is how we save our stuff. Everything I do here, it's in the videos. So I'm recording this also in NetAcad. The same thing are in the videos I sent to you in the WhatsApp group. Chapter 2, all the videos are there. Okay, we continue. Now, if you want to view the configuration you made, we have some comments. All these comments, we'll use them until end of the training. The first day, it's strange, it's new, but we'll use to them all the time, all the time, all the time. So you can tap show history. If I come here, so because I just want to view something, I'm not configuring, I'm not in the global config mode. You are in global config mode if only you want to configure something. If you're not configuring, go to the privilege mode. So like here, show. And now if you don't know what to type, you type question mark. It means you can use one of these words. You can say show history. Show history. You press enter. So when you type show history, it will list the comment you used. Now, you see. It's going to say, what are the comments I used before? It will show here. You can also tap show run of the running configuration, but we make it short, show run. You press enter. When you tap show run, it will show that, this guy did configure the name, the host name, CCNA. And so any configuration you did, it will show here. You press enter, 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 enter. No worries, that the first day it looks scary, but it's not. When you get used to it, it's very easy. Very, very easy. You press enter, 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 enter. And you see also, we did configure the banner here. You press enter, enter, until it's finished. So these are some comments that we will use. So please, with 26, don't miss at Scalabrini, because we're going to have 2 hours or 3 hours to go through all this stuff again. 26th of July, I think from 11 again, or 11:30. So what else? There is also some password that we need to configure when you use a switch. So this is our Cisco switch. Each port is connected to a PC. And what is happening inside? It's what we are doing. Some basic configurations, like changing the name, putting a message. If someone wants to use my switch, I can also save my configuration. Now I can also set up some password. If you want to log on my switch to do some configuration, you must enter your username and your password. Who are you? You see? So it's what we are doing, some basic configs. It's like you bought a new cell phone and you want to change the colors, the name, you want to install some apps and what. It's what we are doing now. To configure the password, we use password to protect who can access the user mode, who can access the privilege mode. And if you work from home and something is wrong at office and from home you want to remotely log on your switch, we call telnet. We say telnet. So it's what we're going to do now. So for now, check the first config and we'll do it. Check this one. And we're going to do that now in 1 minute. So normally when we have, let's say, demo session like that, you can also open your packet tracer and you try also. While we are doing, you can also try. Okay, so let's do this configuration now. So this is my switch, and I want to configure something. So what should I do? Because I want to configure, I tap configure terminal, because I want to make some configuration, some changes. Then you start typing line console 0 password. Don't forget your password. The same way you tap your password, it's the same way. Password, for example, CCNA. Tap login. Then tap exit to finish. Then you save your work. Do, copy, run, start to save what I just did. You press enter, enter. Then you can exit. You can exit again. So now, think first there is a message. Then there is a password. Before I even start, and before here on top here, okay, it's gone already. Anyway, before I see the user mode, you remember the user mode? You see that sign router and that, so the greatest sign. Before I see it, it's protected. Before you go there, it's protected. That's why we call it the console password. So if I press enter, I need to enter my password, CCNA, the same way I did enter the password the same way. I press enter, enter. So now I can access the user mode. Everything I'm teaching you, we do it. I did it many times. So it exactly. So this is how we protect the user mode or the console password. Now we need to protect also the privilege mode. When you're here, if I tap enable, you see automatically I'm here. So I need to protect before I come here. I need to protect it. It's what we are doing now. So you come here and you tap this one. Configure terminal, enable secret and the password, and you exit. And let me go in NetAcad and show you NetAcad. I log in. So if you go there, the same thing we are doing, all these videos, there, it's in there. Okay, now I need to protect this one. Configure terminal. Enable secrets. And I need to tap a password. I'm going to tap the same password, CCNA. I press enter, enter. I exit. copy, run, start to save what I did. I press enter. You press enter, enter, and exit again. So I'm out of my switch. Now I want to log in again. I press enter. You see, before I log on my switch, I see a message. I see the console password to protect the user mode, CCNA. I press enter, enter. If the password is correct, you can go in. Now I want to go to the privilege mode. I tap enable, press enter. You can see now I need a password to go there. My password again, CCNA. See now. So it's very important to know that how to secure a device. The same thing, you have a cell phone, you have a code, a password, or your fingerprint, or your PIN, the same thing to protect your device. So have a look again on these two configs and we continue. With CCNA, please practice. It's not like IT Essentials, you just read. Here, you must always open your packet tracer and practice. When you read, you practice. You read, you practice. We have some labs, packet tracer that will do some practice. If you have issues, paste in the group, explain properly what you want to do, and we'll help you. If you go in a company, it's about practicing, fixing, changing, helping. So you must get used to. Okay, so we know the password, how to protect the user mode, how to protect the privilege mode. Now, if you're at home and you want to remotely connect a switch that at Scalabrini or in your company, that remote connection is called telnet. We can also protect that. Telnet, I need to save. This is the config for that. So check and we continue. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. So how telnet is, you have your switch, and let's say you're at home, and you want to remotely connect. So as an example, I'm going to put a cable, but normally there is no cable because from home to your office, you need to travel. But I just put a cable here just for fun. So you open it, and you need to configure that. You press enter, enter. And because I need to configure something, I go to the config mode. Configure, terminal. Press enter, enter. Now I'm in the config mode. I go check. What did they say? Line VTY 015. It means I have 16 people who can connect at the same time. If you say 015. If you say 04, it means 5 people can connect at the same time. So line VTY, I'll tap 04. You can tap any number, but not more than 15. So if I tap 04, it means 5 people can at the same time log on my switch remotely. I tap a password. Password. Let me check again what is here. Yeah, password Cisco login. Password. I keep my same password, CCNA. That's all. Login. You can sometimes type something called transport input. If you type question mark, you have a name, you have the option between telnet, SSH, none, or all. So if I want the transport, the connection to be telnet only, then I tap telnet. I press enter, and I exit. No, first that I tap login, yeah, and I exit. Exit again. So sometimes instead of tapping exit, 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 you can tap end. Then it will clear everything once for all. Exit. CCNA, enable, CCNA. If your password is wrong, you must make sure that is correct. Now, I'm here. I open my PC and command prompt, telnet. I know this one, I think we'll do it on the router because of the IP address, telnet. Yeah. This one will do on the router because we need an IP address. We need an IP address. So I'll show you something that we'll do a bit later. We call it SVI. We're going to add a virtual IP address to this switch. So I tap configure terminal. Interface, it's something we'll do later. VLAN 1. Because I need an IP address, a switch doesn't accept IP addresses, only the router. So I'm going to add a virtual IP address. IP address 192.168.1.2 255.255.255.0. No shut. I end copy run start. Okay, what I did will help us to do the telnet now. I say telnet IP address 192.168. So I'm at home. I want to log on my switch that is at my work office. .1.2, press enter. You see, it's trying to connect. My PC is trying to connect. Let's see if it will work or not. It didn't work. Let me check again. Did I miss something? Yes. My PC IP. I need to check my PC IP. Anyway, so it's fine. We'll check that a bit later. So these are the three passwords you should know. Basic configuration, chapter 2, basic configurations of a switch. Mhm. So we go to chapter 2. Chapter 1 is just introduction to networking. Chapter 2, basic switch configuration. Basic device configuration. You see device name, password. Now, the banner message. Now, if you want to encrypt all your password, if someone hacks your system, you can view your password. So to encrypt all your password, Like, for example, I'm here. I want to view all my configs. I tap what? Show run. Run or running config. Running configuration. Because it's too long, we say to show run. It means show me what I did. My running, what is running now? Show me what I did. You press enter, and you'll see show run is here. You read slowly. Host name, I did change to CCNA. You press enter, enter. I can see I did configure interface VLAN 1. All the configuration you did, the banner is here. All 0 CCNA. My password is in clear text. My telnet password CCNA, it's in clear text. So if someone hacks your system, he can view your password. But so we need to encrypt them. To do that, because I want to configure something, configure terminal, press enter, enter. Now there is a command to encrypt all the password. We call it service password encryption. So this command will encrypt all your password. I say do copy run start. Press enter, enter. Exit. Now I want to view again. Show run. Show run. Now if I go down, enter, enter. You see previously my LAN console password, it was CCNA. Now it's encrypted. My line VTY, the telnet, in the old day, I could see CCNA. Now it's encrypted. No one can see. So it's very important to encrypt your password. We are encrypting all passwords. Yeah. So check this. Check it for 1 minute and continue. You can copy my screen and paste it in your own Microsoft document Word so that you can also study if you want to. Okay, so it's very important to know all these things. Now, if you tap show run or show run config, you can see that all the passwords are encrypted. And what I did, we switch virtual interface configuration. You work from home, you want to access your switch. A switch doesn't accept IP addresses, only the router. So you create a virtual one. So this is the config here. So you can also check that. You can copy my screen, paste in your Microsoft Word document. Okay, all these things, please practice. Open your packet tracer, you do. Okay, that's all for today. The basic configs. if you go in your net device name, we have videos, exactly what I did. They explain there. How to save your configuration. It is also a video. We do a demo like I did, and how to save. CCNA is about study plus practicing, especially practicing. And okay, IP addresses port. Okay, this one I'll do a bit later. So today, so let's go step by step. And then yeah, so on Monday 6 p.m. always online. Monday we'll finish with chapter 2, and chapter 3 is a very short one. Chapter 3 is a very short one. So we'll finish with chapter 2 and chapter 3. If you go to course index, you can and check on here, and you put videos on it. It will list per chapter the videos that are there. Like chapter 2, please watch for many times, open your laptop or what practice. Follow what we do. Now, quickly, 10 minutes, let's check a packet tracer file, a lab. So I did tell you we're going to do lab 2.1.4.6. No, not this one. Configuration initial switch setting, yes. Basic connectivity. Let me type. So if you see a file number, so are you going to get your files? You check packet tracer here. Now everything you see must download. So if I say, guys, next time we're going to do lab save configuration, verify, no? Yeah. Lab 2.9.2. It means it's this one. You click on it, and it will bring you here. And it's the blue one. That is the blue one. You can download. Or I can say 2.9.1. You click on it, and it's going to download. You see? When it's downloaded, you open it. Me, I did download everything, and I did save them here. I downloaded all of them. So it's going to open. And this is it. You can zoom in. You see? Also on your right side, you can zoom in. You right click, zoom in. Right click, zoom in. Right click. So when you have a lab, a packet tracer, you have a title, basic switch and device configuration. You have your addressing table. You have your objectives. You have your scenario. You have your instructions, your requirements, what you need. Then normally you have your instruction. Instruction, we're going to guide you. So here the objective, configure host names and IP addresses. You'll see score. Okay, this one is we can do later. This one. We can do something else that is very easy, linked for today to today. So if you see it starts with 2.4.1, it means it's related to chapter 2. If you see 6.6.4, it means it's related to chapter 6. So we go to anything, chapter 2. Okay, 2.2.2.3. Let's open it and see what is there. So if you see something, you can close the user profile, just close it, it's fine. And you keep this too. Now that we are done, who's connecting now? So when you open it, you'll see the topology. You can zoom in if you want to. You can zoom in, and also you can also just. Okay, so when you download a lab, you have the topology, and you also get the question paper that is here. You can zoom in, you right click, zoom in, right click until you're happy. The same content, everything here, the same content is on a PDF. If you go to packet, you go to your NetAcad, you'll see on top here, it's the PDF, the same content of this thing. So here, you do packet tracer, what's the title? Configure initial settings, switch settings, objectives, so you have a topology that side, and we have to configure the same thing we did today. You take your time, you read the background, you read properly. Then part one, verify default switch configuration. And you do step by step, you read and you do. You click S1 and CLI table, okay? What is it? S1, visit S1, I click on it. So you just follow the instructions. And you click on CLI, you can maximize, you press enter, now you are here. The same thing I did. Enter the privilege mode by tapping enable. You come, you tap enable, just follow the steps and that's all. You press enter. What next? Examine the current configuration, show run or show run configuration. What is currently done? Show run, you press enter, and you can see host name is the switch, your interfaces are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Interface VLAN 1 for SVI switch virtual interface, nothing has been configured. Line console, nothing has been configured. VTY, nothing. So nothing is configured. It's blank. And you follow all of these. So this one, I want you to do it during the weekend. And on Monday, 6 p.m., Google Meet. Let me see. We'll do the answer. Why? I'm checking. Yeah, you just need to follow the steps, and yeah, we'll do that. So yourself, do it during the weekend. First thing first, study properly. Chapter 2, watch the videos, practice a bit. Then you do that. It's very easy, the same thing. Follow the steps. Then anything you do, at the bottom, right here, you'll see your marks. Here you have 12 out of 72. You can also check results. I'll show you on Monday. If you go to check results, you go to assessment items. All the question we ask you, it's here. It means if you do right, it will check green. It means what you did is correct. If it's red, it means you didn't do yet, or you did, but it's wrong. You see. So anything you do, when you do, you can come here and check. Don't forget to save your work. Anytime you do, file save. Here, always file save. File save. Any questions? So what we did today, as a recap, the definition of a network, the 3 elements we find in a network. For cabling, physical cabling, the network cable, we have 3 types: the straight, the cross cable, and the console cable. You should know how to do this design. Please do it, this one. Do it and send to me via WhatsApp. I'm going to paste in the group so that when you do it, I want you to add your name here, on top here. You add your name and you type a sentence. Hi, Mr. Max. This is my name is Charlie. This is my first, or my name is. You type your name. My name is Congo. My name is John. This is my first packet tracer design. You copy your screen and you send to me. Else, yes, send me your packet tracer. What does it mean? So when you finish doing like that, you click File, Save, and you type your name. For example, Max. You save in your download, and you save. When you finish saving, you send to me via WhatsApp. You can send to me via WhatsApp, or you can send to me via email address, Maxwell Cardio. You know my email address. You save your work and send to me for me to check. So I'll send it to you via WhatsApp so that you can check this. We also did the operating system. In our PCs, we have Windows 10, Windows 7. But when it comes to router and a switch, we call it iOS. After that, we did study for basic configs, how to change the name of a device, how to add a banner, how to save your configuration, how to view some stuff, and with 3 passwords. Then the configuration, how to encrypt all your password. Also the switch virtual interface. All of them, your network card, you could chapter 2, we are all there. I try to make it very simple for you, that's all. We're all here. Any questions? Okay, if no questions, I wish you a good weekend. So you study chapter 2, and we meet again Monday, 6 p.m. If you work, you practice, you have issues, place in the WhatsApp group, explain your issue, we'll help you. Have a good weekend, and all the best. Huh? So I'm checking. Amaze in Charlie, Christina, Sangani, Shadrach Moses. Please, if a name like Shadrach Moses, I don't know, let me know. Send me via WhatsApp, because I need to send this one to Scalabrini. We're going to ask who is Shadrach Moses. I should explain to them, no, this it's this guy. The same thing for Taki Petro. Send me via WhatsApp your correct name so that I can change. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.